So one of the things I've noticed with the outbreak of COVID-19 is that more people are out and about riding their bikes now more than ever. Odds are good that you probably either yourself or know someone who does ride their bicycle and is having some mechanical issues with them. And one of those mechanical issues I see very often is shifting performance, either being poor, non-existent, or sometimes even causing issues with it being dangerous, the chain jumping off and all. So what I want to do today is I want to show you how to do some basic maintenance on your rear derailleur, and these principles can be applied to the front as well. So let's go over a few terms first. The first term I want to talk about is the limit screws. Now, limit screws do pretty much what you would anticipate them to do, and that is they limit the movement of the rear derailleur. Which leads me to the next item you need to know. The derailleur. What is that? The derailleur is what moves the chain from one gear to the next. And it was a device that was invented to allow you to ride at more than one gear. Previously, you had to switch your wheel around if you wanted different speeds. It's more efficient. So what I want to do is I want to show you some common issues and ways you can detect them. So what we want to start with first is we want to start with locating the problem. And the first way we're going to do that is we're going to have to cycle through the gears. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm shifting to inwards. Huh, I don't know if you can see that my chain's kind of can't really decide what gear it wants to go to. So something's not right there. Well, let's go down. Let's see if I can get some more. Can I get all the way through my gears? No, and you might even be able to hear a little rubbing. All right. So what this means is I know I can't access all my gears. I can't access the highest gear for one, and I also can't access the lowest gear very well. It wants to go in between gears. So this means we need to first address the limit screws. And all this requires is a screwdriver. Some derailleurs will have a hex key, but for a lot of the derailleurs you're going to deal with, it's going to be a screwdriver. So what I'm going to do is, if you're not sure which is the high limit screw or the low limit screw, the high limit screw is for the high gear. And think about it this way, the harder gear to pedal in. So when you're on this side, you're in the harder gear to pedal in. So that means I need to find the H screw. So I know it's hard to see. I'll try and put a diagram up for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the slack out of that cable, and I'm going to start backing that screw out until it goes back into that gear. So I'm slowly trying to back that out. All right, and it is in line with the gear, so now I have access to that gear. Now we need to make sure that we can get to the easy gear. All right, now I have access to that. So that's just a quick little rundown of how to make sure that your shifting is working at optimal performance. And Sheldon Brown was one of the guys that I looked to for a lot of information. And he pointed out that a lot of people think that they need a new derailleur or a better derailleur because the one they currently have isn't functioning properly. But that simply isn't true. You simply just need to do some basic maintenance and it'll perform better than ever. And honestly, these skills will carry over past bicycle maintenance. They will help you teach deductive skills, how to locate and troubleshoot issues. And honestly, bicycle culture is a wonderful one that's worth your time to explore.